once again, another edition of Inside the Headset. 4 games are in the book. This Friday night we'll be halfway through the season. I'm on the campus of Riverdale High School. I've got with me the head coach of the Riverdale Warriors, head coach Will Kriesky. How you doing today, Coach?
Doing good, doing good.
Well, I haven't talked to you in a couple of weeks, but we go back. You lost that battle of the backyard brawl, and that gave you a region loss. We won't go back over that, but you were able to come out on top this last Friday night. You got past Laverne, kind of helps you out in the region. But Laverne is still a team that you got to watch out for.
Yeah, Laverne, Chris Johnson does an excellent job. He's got those kids playing hard. They're believing in what he does, and then they're flying around. So we had to be prepared, ready to go. And we're still trying to figure out who we are and get things consistent. We're not playing as consistent as we have in the past, so we're still working on that. Pieces are coming together.
I told your brother, though, I interviewed him earlier, Laverne's going to get that win. They're hungry, and if they keep pushing, they're going to get that win they're looking for, aren't they?
Yeah, they'll find that win again. Like you said, they're hungry. As you notice on film, they've gotten better every week.
Yeah, they stopped the bleeding against Franklin week 1, and that's the first thing that jumped out on me. I mean, if you get to where you're behind a little bit, somewhere along the way, you got to stop that tourniquet.
Yeah, he's slow. He's got kids. They've been up a few times a half, and they haven't done that before. So they're believing in his process and what they're doing.
They just need to finish.
Yeah, they just got to learn to finish.
Well, you're in a situation Friday night, and you've got to finish because you're going to get on the road, go down to Stewart's Creek, and they're a little upset. They got whipped up on a little last Friday night by the Rockets, and he needs a win worse than anything. So Ben Connell and Stewart's Creek Redhawks are going to be looking for you Friday night.
Yeah, they're going to be. They're physical. They're big up front, and they do some different things offensively that we got to be able to line up. If we miss alignment when they can get us, so we have to be in practice all week. We talk about making sure you know your alignment and assignment, because again, the way they run their wing tee and try to misdirect some things, that they could get you out of place and it could hurt you big time. So we have to play fundamental football.
Who's the biggest enemy against Riverdale? It's really not their opponent. I think it's yourselves.
Yeah, as long as we ourselves. And we've talked about it. All we don't have any self-inflicted wounds. We got to throw and catch the ball. We're still dropping too many balls.
Are you still dropping too many balls?
We dropped one of the ends on the other night. It shouldn't have been dropped. So we got to be more consistent there.
You can't do that week 8.
No, we really can't do it anyway.
No, you can't do it right now. But as the season gets deeper, Will, that's going to hurt you.
Yeah, so we got to be more consistent. And our guys are getting better. But I think we only had 3 drop balls last time. So.
Well, the white elephant in the room in the playoffs, and who's going to go and who's going to stay at home, it's shaping up, and the table's about to be set. But these last 4 to 5 games, as we head on the backside, man, they're all going to be really so important, and it could slot whether you get to host or you're on the road.
Yeah, all these games are important, like you said, and all these teams are getting better every week.
Yep.
Siegel's good.
Got to stay healthy.
Good. Yeah, Rockville's good. Oakland's good. You know what I mean? Smyrna's really good. Smyrna looks really good. So every team's getting better. So we just got to keep getting better and prepare ourselves each week.
Well, if you get on the other end of the end of the standings, and you realize you're out of the playoffs, so what do you want to do? Man, your biggest game is to spoil somebody else and knock them out of the playoffs. I mean, give them a blackout where they got to stay home with you.
Yeah, I'd say this at the beginning of the year. I think our 5th and 6th place teams can go win a first-round game. So you got really good football around here, and you got to be prepared to play each week.
Well, and I mean, that's sad to say, but I mean, and to hang your hat on it, and whatever. And some of these teams, and you very well know, a lot of you're only playing, some of you're only playing in this, for 1 extra week, because you got to get past the first game of the playoffs. So you're playing for what? 5 extra days, 4 extra days of practice. But it's a pride level around here to be able to make it to the playoffs and force the other 4 teams to stay at home.
Yeah, it's something big. It's something big. They've always history and everything that they've always reached up there.
Friday night, you Riverdale Warrior fans need to gather up. You got to get out of here early because traffic's going to be a nightmare. Get down there to Riverdale, down at the dog pound. Jeff Shipley's going to give you a call. Or no, that's not. That's a Smyrna. They're going to give you a good call at Stewart's Creek. I'm sorry, but you still got to go to Smyrna. Either way, Coach, you got to go down through the traffic. But Ben Connell and that whole staff down there give you a good Dr. Harold. They'll give you a good call. That kickoff's at 7 o'clock, y'all.